do 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 do. And that was my dramatic reenactment of the Char's counterattack theme. But yeah, so I just finished doing this SDEX standard Sazabi, and I'm not a YouTuber whatsoever, but you know, spent a lot of time on this. I'm in no way is it great or even good, but I spent a lot of time on it. And more than a review on the kit, I just kind of actually just wanted to show people, in case, you know, they were curious about using glow-in-the-dark paints on Gunpla, which is, this is something I never would have done unless I did this with, like, you know, an SD kit, because it's like cheap garbage. I just want to mess with glow-in-the-dark paints, and so here's what I've ended up with. That's why there's the weird lighting. So, kazaa! And so, you know, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. As far as the performance of the glow-in-the-dark paint, it's, you know, it's definitely nothing amazing. But this one, you know, that's just Michael's paint. I live in the US. And that came in like a massive pack. And that's the one that clearly you see, I mean, that's the one that glows. This one's supposed to glow. I got this from, it's another crafting store, I forgot. Oh, Joann's. But it doesn't really put off that strong of a glow. You can see, I mean, you can see it's barely trying to do the glow. But in the end, I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy I tried this kit. Originally, this kit was just going to be like something for my son to piddle around with, you know, rather than try to mess with all my fancier Gunpla. I've already made them like, what, 3 entry grade or like 78s at this point. But yeah, this is this little guy I made. I'm pretty happy with him. It's a very neat kit. I mean, maybe eventually I'll move up to the master grade Sazabi, but for now, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And I mean, I had a lot of fun putting it together. I wish the joints were a little bit sturdier because, you know, if I just give it a little tip tap, toop, blop, that arm is gonna fall off. I mean, the other thing, I mean, you see this on all the reviews, and you don't expect, you know, the stickers that come with, you know, an SD kit to be that fancy, but I didn't use any of the stickers. I mean, I did not use any of them. And I think with any of these kits, you know, these cheap SD kits, as long as you're willing to do some paint, you know, put some paint on there, you're not gonna turn out too bad. So, I mean, and I drink like 50 energy drinks a day. And so, I mean, with my shaky hands, I at least was able to pull this off, and I'm pretty happy with it. So like I'm saying, SD line, haven't messed with them much since I was like a kid. I made a Wing Zero custom when I was a kid, and it was like, ah, cool. And a Toggies too. But, you know, Gunpla's came a long way since then. And yeah, I mean, this is something I can be happy with. I'd love to try the SD new because I repainted a entry grade to look like a new Gundam, just to kind of make it look like a little, you know, a silly rinky dink, like what, an imposter new Gundam. So that's might be what I want to do next. Even though I've got like a backlog of like all these master grades that are just like eating away at my soul. But yeah, glow in the dark paint. Maybe I'll use it again in the future. It's kind of neat. But at the same time, I'd mentioned to somebody, I thought maybe it was kind of tacky. I do agree that on, like, you know, on a top dollar kit, I definitely would not try using this. But, you know, on this little guy, you know, that I spent a pretty good amount of time on him, you know. But it's not gonna win any awards, dude. I was out of like the correct top coat, and so I mean top coat looks rough, but in the end, I mean it turned out okay. So, and this rinky dink stand, this action-based that's definitely like seen better days. So, but anyway, I've enjoyed doing this video. I hope maybe someone like who's maybe been considering using glow-in-the-dark paint, you know, they can see some examples. I mean, I'm sure there's bad, my goodness, this stuff is horrible. Glow. I'm sure there's better examples out there of glow-in-the-dark paints being used, but you know, I use this and it halfway works. Oh, the one thing, you've got to do like gazillion applications. Oh my goodness, dude, it's been a week on this thing. I mean, like, it's like not even a kit. I mean, it's like, it's not even there, but oh no, I'm really proud of it. So, all right, if you watch this, thank you. Like I said, I'm not a pro. I didn't do anything with seam lines hardly, except for the head. I mean, it was just, the seam line was atrocious. But like I said, originally this was gonna be for my kid to play with. But now he's not touching it, but he couldn't play with it anyway, just because the joints are just so freaking horrible on this bad boy. But anyway, if you've watched this video and halfway enjoyed the video, I appreciate your time. And I don't know, other than telling me how much it sucks, you know, I appreciate any constructive criticism on what I could have done differently. Like I said, I have very shaky hands, and I hand paint pretty much everything with acrylics. So, and if you could give me any advice outside of, you know, airbrushing, I mean, just what I could be doing differently as far as my hand painting goes, because I know it's not gorgeous, but I do enjoy doing it. So thanks for your time. I will abstain from doing a singing outro. So have a fine day.